We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back. Of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come on. Hit. Cougar 19. Ready.
They'll run here with a rookie. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterback.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
Looking to put a drive together. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to find a man here. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down.
Check, Bobcat, check. Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready?
They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cardinals come in with 2 wins on the year. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
You talk about this Chiefs defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Riggs! Hey, smash! Warrior 70! Hurt!
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Viking 18! Dragon 60! Trap 60! 70 Ranger! Cup 19! 18, Pioneer! Panther 11!
They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
19 Tiger! Check!
Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
At the 29-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Here we go, set. Hawk 70. 19 Lions.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get that complete to Harrison. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Stephanie! Cougar 19!
Back to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey McBride, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. He breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Here we go.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Pass for 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Now a 2nd and 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw here. That's a screen pass. That's complete. He spins free. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. 20. 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there, with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Cards are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Viking 18. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 79 Broncos.
He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over.
60
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
1st and goal, Kansas City.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Chiefs take a 3-touchdown lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Oh, nice move. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
38-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Gets past one man. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. This is taken in by McBride. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
18 yard line. Go.
They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
18, pioneer. 65 catch, 65 catch.
He'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
19 Lion. Mustang 19.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
23 yards on the tuck and run. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he's going to step up and run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big connection on that one. 41 yards. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Warrior 70. Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll throw now on the final play. Now a run, and he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They'll try and throw for it here. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Cardinals, first down.
Come on, come on.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Cougar 19, 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Love. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Second down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 44 yards. And the Chiefs had 6 to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
79 Broncos.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Able to get this one to McBride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Viking 18. Ready,
Back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. Mustang 19. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Love. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jeffrey Bassa, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Lions. Ready.
They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Love. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
19 tight. Buffalo 18. Go, Rig. Go. Cup 19. Cup 19.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage held their spot, and stacked him up.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second down and 8. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And now they'll shift things around. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Down inside the 10. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. 31 yards. And the Chiefs up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Ready, go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Look at the big fella go. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
58 yards. The Cardinals,
come on.
First down.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Elijah Higgins, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down.
60 Maverick. 19 Lions. Panther 11. Panther 11.
He'll drop to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Cowboy 80. Hey.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Now he'll tuck this and run. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
60 by 60. Let's go. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 23-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And it'll be first and goal at the 7-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
19-7. Ready.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Buffalo 18.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for two.
Let's go, 19 light.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now, we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. On the return, Walker. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. He'll try to do it himself. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well,
looks like they'll move things around here.
First down.
A
gain of 19 yards.
That one looks like he'll throw here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Ready, break.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19, 76. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Shot. Cougar 9, Panther 60, Panther 11, Panther 11, 60 Vikings, 6 Warriors, 70, 18 Rattler, 8.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On the set.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Come on. Set. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And really